Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got some more Middle-earth strategy battle game, and we are going to be travelling to the realm of Gondor, one of my favourite realms in the whole of Middle-earth, and I'm going to be building a small diorama of Osgiliath. So we'll be going through each stage of the build, and then at the end we're going to show a finished product. So let's get into it. So the first thing I've done is I went online and I looked for some templates, and I managed to find these. These are actually for 40k, but I cut them down so they're a bit more in scale for the Middle-earth game. And then got the XPS foam, drew them onto the foam, cut them out, and then we ended up with our terrain pieces looking like this. So I've built 3 or 4 large scale pieces like this, and then the rest is just going to be sort of like ruined wall section and outcrops of boulders, just to sort of fill in any gaps that we've got. And then we've got the actual board itself. This has just got polystyrene put on top of the wood, which has been sprayed black. And then all the sort of destroyed roads, they're made out of clay, rolled out. And then the cobblestones, just drawn in by hand. And then the centerpiece in the middle, just to help me line everything up. And then all the buildings are just going to fill in these gaps around the outside. Then for the rest of the board, it's all going to get gravelled. And then all the roads are then going to get painted up. Okay, so the gravel is down, and we put some sand in as well just to break it up a little bit. And now we're going to move on to detailing all these little pieces of road that are still showing, and then we can start chucking some grass down, add some other bits and pieces just to bring it to life a little bit more. So the base of the board is now complete, and now we can start moving on to a few more finer details, trying to bring it to life a little bit more. And then once we're done with that, we can then start working on the ruins. So now we're moving on to the terrain section of it. So this is an example building that I have completely finished. It's all made out of XPS foam, and then all the brickwork is literally just drawn on with a ballpoint pen, and then some finer little details added on to that there. And then I've made a small centerpiece for the board, again all XPS foam, and then a spare figure that I had from days gone past, so that'll go in the center of the board. And then just to fill the space out a little bit more, we got some rubble sections here, and then some small wall sections, all made in the same sort of style. So they are all the components of the board. It's all done, the board's done, the terrain pieces are done, the figures are pretty much done. So now we're going to take a look at the complete board.